Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. Today our video is going to be the Google AdWords Editor tutorial for beginners. So this is going to be kind of part one of our tutorial. Make sure you kind of stay tuned. We're going to have a second part coming out for more advanced features in Google AdWords Editor, but we just really want to go over the basics today and how you can kind of manage your campaigns a little bit easier right within AdWords Editor. You don't have to deal with the AdWords interface. You could just It's an offline tool where you can work offline and then just publish your changes online. And there's a few things you need to know in order to get started. But before we do anything, just make sure you come to, you could either go to google.com and just type in Google AdWords Editor download. You can come to this URL right here, google.com, slash intl slash nus AdWords Editor. And what you want to do is, whether you're running Windows or Mac, download AdWords Editor, install it on your computer, because you really need to do that to first get started with AdWords Editor. It's a software, it's completely free, and you can make bulk changes using this tool, and it's completely offline. So to get started, after you download everything and do all of it, what's going to happen is you're going to open a screen that looks similar to this one. So you first want to get started and add your account in. So I've already added mine in here, but when you click add, it's going to give you two different options. You can open your browser to sign in or use the in-app browser. I prefer to just use the in-app browser. You just sign in right to your AdWords account and it'll bring it up right here. And all you need to do is, when you double click on your AdWords account, it's going to tell you to download it. So you just click on it, click download, and click all campaigns, OK. And now it's going to open this screen, which is another screen within AdWords Editor where you actually manage the accounts. And let's kind of go over real quick. So now you can see when I download it, it pulls in everything I have for my AdWords account. So if we come back over to AdWords here, I'm going to close this screen. You don't need this screen open once you open your other account. So when you double click on this, it'll open this page for your account. So what I want to show you here is when you come into Google AdWords. So right now I'm in actual Google AdWords. You can see all the different campaigns I have. So it's 17 total campaigns. And what I've done in AdWords Editor is I've downloaded all of the campaigns into there. So let me make this fit a little better into our video screen so you can see everything. Okay. So now you can see we have all of our campaigns here. And what's going to happen is when you click Get Recent Changes and you do More Data Slower, you do all campaigns, what's going to happen is when you press OK, it's going to download exactly what's happened in AdWords right into your account. So for example, I come over to AdWords. So right now I'm in Google AdWords screen and I say, you know what, I want to turn on this display PPC agency campaign. So I click Enable here. Okay, so now I have it enabled in Google AdWords. So you can see that here. And when I come back over to Google AdWords Editor, let's click back on, there we go. And we click Get Recent Data, More Data Slower, All Campaigns. So it's going to re-download your account, and any changes you make in AdWords, it should pull right into your AdWords Editor as long as you have your accounts linked and everything like that. And what it should do is pull in the account that I just enabled. So you have something that's real-time active now, and any changes. So now you can see there's some changes here. So it's going to say, okay, we just enabled display PPC agency. It's going to say review changes here. So these are downloaded changes, are all in green. Red changes means you might have an error. These little yellow kind of yield looking signs means that it's kind of like a slight warning that Google's giving you so that you know there's like a slight error. So what I do first is click done. So when you click on this, it's going to say your campaign can't serve because it contains no active ad group. So that's an error I have here. I have another one here. Your campaign is using manual bidding. So they're just recommending using a better bidding strategy. Again, none of these campaigns are active live and really getting statistics, so don't worry about some of the errors that I have here. But as you can see, it pulled in this change right away. So now if I come back in here and I pause the campaign and then we post. So now when we do post, what it's doing is it's posting all changes you made from AdWords Editor. So all the changes you make offline, don't do anything to your account online until you post them. So right now I just pause this campaign and I do post changes in all campaigns and post. Now it's going to post that change to AdWords. So when I go back into AdWords and I reload that page, what's going to happen is it's going to show that campaign again pause now. So just kind of show you how changes work when you come in here and make changes. So when we come back, we should have this campaign pause now. Okay, so we come back in and you can see now here display PPC agency, which was just paused in AdWords Editor, is now paused in Google AdWords as well. So that's exactly why you want to use AdWords Editors. You can just make changes and post them. If you make any changes in AdWords, before you do anything in AdWords Editor, make sure you get recent changes because you don't want to be making changes in either or of them without posting your changes. So that's very important because it can get very confusing if you're making changes on both. What I personally like to do is do all my changes on AdWords Editor and post them to AdWords. And then any changes I want to make that maybe are quick and short, I'll do in AdWords. But if I'm really doing something in bulk, I come back to AdWords Editor. So let me kind of show you how this works. So if I come into one of my campaigns here, and let's just come into one I've used before. So I have headphones here. What's going to happen is when you click on it, you're going to have basically your settings show up down here at the bottom. So you can change your bid strategy if you want to. You can enable enhanced CPC, so now I've enabled it. Right now my search partners are disabled. Let's enable them. Status, let's enable it. So now I have this campaign live here. It's saying it's not using audience lists. You can attach an audience list to get a better ROI. So that's just a little tip for you, something you want to do. But budget here, so right now our budget is $20. Maybe I want to put it up to $25 daily budget. So you could show how easy it is to make changes. If I click here, I want this campaign to end. Don't worry about it. You can change your ad rotation. You can change your delivery method. You can put on an ad schedule. So there's a lot of things you can do right within AdWords Editor. Basically, any change you want to make, you can do in AdWords Editor, whether it's the settings of your campaign or as we get into more of the nitty gritty. So now we have headphones selected up here. And now down here, you can see there's ad groups, keywords and targeting, ads, and ad extensions. So what we're going to do with headphones is come in here to keywords and targeting. So if we click this drop down arrow up here and we click on our ad group, so best, it's going to show the keywords within that ad group. Now if you want to come up to ad groups, you can just click on the ad groups up here, and if you go and click on the campaign up here in the top, it'll show all of your different ad groups. Okay, so it's good to know. You can change your you can change your default max CPC bids at the ad group level. A lot of times I keep my bids at the keyword level, but that doesn't really have to do with this tutorial. So if you want to look at any of your ad groups and change anything, maybe you want to change a bid strategy, maybe you want to change the default max CPC bid for that, different things like that, you can change it. But what we're going to do is click on a specific ad group here, and when you have ad groups clicked here, it's just going to show the ad group. So what you want to do is come down to keywords and targeting. So now I can see, okay, in my headphones campaign, in the best ad group, I can see the different keywords I have here. So I'm targeting good headphones and best headphones as exact match keywords. Now let's say I want to add modified broad match keywords to it. What you can do is add keywords, and the match type is broad. In order to add modified broad, what you do is best headphones. So you just add the plus signs right there in front of it. Maybe you want to add a phrase match keyword. So let's add in one more, and let's do best headphones. So we do no modifier, and under match type over here, we go to phrase. Okay, so now we have a phrase match keyword over here with best headphones. So now we've added a modified broad match version, a phrase match version, and we have two exact match versions. So what we can do is come over here for these keywords, and we can adjust the bid strategy. So you definitely want to bid higher on your exact match. You definitely want to bid higher on your phrase, and you definitely want to bid the lowest on broad. So the lowest you want to do is broad. So let's say broad, I do $1. Let's say phrase, I do $1.25. And let's say with exact keyword, I do $1.50. So you definitely want to mess around with your bids like that. And now what we can do is come up here. Now I have headphones. It's going to give me an error because it's saying it's using the same text. So if you're targeting a phrase and exact at the same time, it's going to give you a little error. So what we want to do is post these changes to AdWords. So let's click post, all campaigns. Okay, so now it's posted these changes right to AdWords. Now we have those changes now. So what's going to happen is the headphones campaign is going to be live in AdWords. We're going to be targeting these keywords. You can see that here. Okay, so now we have it live in AdWords. This is what our AdWords account looks like right now. You can see in our ad group that we just played around with under best here. If we go into keywords, you can see there's a couple new keywords added. Okay, now it's coming to Bluetooth. So you can see just some of these different options here. Let's continue with best. So if you come over here and you go to ads and we click on ads, I don't have any ads in this entire campaign. But what we can do is click add expanded text ad, and you can just create ads right here for your campaign. So the reason why I like doing it is because it's a lot easier and quicker to create ads kind of in bulk. So if I do best headphones for sale, Find top rated headphones. Okay. Okay. So now I have this ad created here, and I'm just got a fake landing page here, but your final URL is wherever you're sending traffic to. And then we have best headphones for sale, find top rated headphones. And what we can do is post changes here. So let's post. Okay, so now we have this ad live here. So best headphones for sale, find top rated headphones. Now, if I want to add this ad to different ad groups here, what I can do is take copy. You can click up here and click paste into. And now what you can do is paste this ad into every single one of your ad groups. Okay. So now every ad group has the same exact headline, same exact headline too, same exact description, regardless of what it's, what the ad group is for. So what's good is if you label your ad groups well, like I have here, what I can do is just change from best to Bluetooth. So it's going to say Bluetooth headphones for sale, find top rated headphones, visit our website for the best, and then you could just add in Bluetooth headphones for sale in 2018. And now let's just assume I have my landing page here. I could do headphones, Bluetooth. So now I have, if I come into the Bluetooth ad group, you can see it's ad group Bluetooth. My headline is going to be perfect for that ad group, and it matches. It's going to be going to the correct landing page, so then I could press post. So now what's going to happen is every ad group is now going to have an ad in it. We have our best ad group we started with. So if you create one generic ad, you can add it to all of your ads, and then you can just keep on adjusting them for each ad group. So if I do best headphones for sale, so I could keep best headphones for sale, and then I could do buy headphones online cheap, something like that. So now when someone is in the buy ad group, they have a buy here. And cheap, just change best to cheap. Dre headphones. So headphones and headsets. Okay, so it's a little bit long there. So you could just see kind of what I'm doing here. So what it makes it easier for is you don't have to create each individual ad going in here. So if I come in here and I keep going add expanded text ad, so I go running headphones for sale, it's just going to take me a longer time. So what you can do is just create that one ad and then add it all here. So we'll delete this here, remove. And now we're just going to click post changes. And it's going to post these expanded text ads right to AdWords. So now what we can see here is if I come into Google AdWords again, so let's come back over to AdWords, and I click on headphones. So this is the campaign we're working with. And let's go into Dre headphones. Okay, so now we're in the ad group Dre headphones. We go to ads and extensions over here on the left. And it's going to show Dre headphones for sale, find top rated headphones, and we should have this going to the correct page. So that's kind of how you make some changes, how you update ads and things like that, just to make sure this campaign's not running. I don't actually have. So what you can do is just come over here, click pause. So maybe you just want to pause a campaign real quick and click post. So what I would recommend is keeping your campaign paused until you completely build it out exactly the way you want it. It's definitely a best practice. You don't want to, if you're making little changes as you go, you can do that and just post them. But you don't really want to do what I'm doing, where you're just kind of like creating a bunch of ads and just posting them. You really want to make all your changes offline and then publish them. So right now, let's come back to campaign. Okay, now let's say you're in Google AdWords Editor and you want to create a brand new campaign. It's actually extremely easy. So if we come up to add campaign up here, let's say we want to add a search network only campaign. Again, I don't really ever use this campaign type. I use basically every other campaign type, but let's just pretend we want to do add search network only campaign. All right, so let's just keep our same example. So headphones, search PPC, something like that. Campaign type, you want to do search network only. Definitely want to enable search partners. We don't want to do any bid adjustments until we get some more data. You can adjust devices, but you don't really want to do that. So you want to enter your budget here. So let's just say our budget is $10 daily. You can set a start date and end date if you want. Let's just assume I want to run this campaign for the next 15, 14 days. Optimize. So you can optimize prefer best performing ads, optimize for conversion. So if you're using conversions, you definitely want to do that. We'll keep standard as of the way we're showing our ads. So what we have now is our campaign created over here, headphones for sale, or headphones search PPC, but there's no ad groups and no ads in it yet. So let's come over to ad groups. So now we're in our campaign, we're going to click add ad group. So let's just do a couple examples. I'm going to do Bluetooth and in-ear. So now I have first ad group Bluetooth, second ad group in-ear. Okay, so two different types of ad groups here. And if I come over to my campaign, you can see it right now. So different types of ads. First thing you want to do is add keywords. So locations right now, we're targeting the entirety of the United States. You can adjust that if you want. So maybe you just want to target, I don't know, Boston. So you could just do Boston, Massachusetts here. So now we're just targeting Boston. Now what we want to do is come into keywords and target the correct keywords. So it's going to have no keywords here at all. So what we're going to do is click add keywords, keyword text, and let's go Bluetooth headphones. So that's going to add it as a modified broad match keyword, and then we're going to add another keyword, and let's go. Okay, so right now it says broad. What we're going to do is change this to a phrase match keyword. Don't worry about all these fields here. These are all going to be set by the ad. Your max CPC, so you definitely want to set that. So if you come into ad groups, you definitely want to have a default max CPC bid. So coming back into the ad group screen, let's just set our default max CPC bid at $1 for both of these. You can also use CPM or CPA bids. For CPA bids, you need some conversion data. Okay, so now it's going to say your ad group contains no active ads. So that's kind of the issue it's giving us right now. Let's come back over to Bluetooth here and go to keywords. So we have Bluetooth headphones with a broad match and a phrase match. If we go over to our bids, it's automatically going to set them both at $1 because we just did that at the ad group level. We definitely want to bid a little higher for our phrase match keyword, so let's just do $1.05. These aren't exact science for the bids. You definitely want to look up the Google Keyword Planner. We have a tutorial on our website or our channel where you can look at that. So in our first ad group, Bluetooth, we're bidding on 2 keywords here. Now I want to do in-ear. So we come over to in-ear, click add keyword, in-ear headphones. We'll add keyword again. I don't want. We'll do a phrase match here. And we can just set the max CPC bid right now at 105 and then enter. So now we're bidding broad phrase for in-ear and Bluetooth headphones. So we come into Bluetooth, come into ads, expanded text ads, and we would create ads just like we did in the previous step. So let's come over here, click on campaigns. You can come back to the campaign. We could just pause this. And now when we click post, it's going to post this entire campaign to our AdWords. So if we come back into our AdWords campaigns here, it's actually not going to show up at all until we press post. So you can see there's no headphone search PPC campaign. So once we press post, it'll actually put this campaign there, but it'll just be paused just the way we built it. So that's basically how you do that. So pretty simple. Now there's a couple different things you need to learn as far as display campaigns, video campaigns. It's a little bit different than what we do with search campaigns. Okay, so let's come down here to a display campaign I've done in the past. So we have interests, keywords, placements. So the targeting is going to be a little bit different with display and also the editing. So we're under the campaign screen here. You can see campaign type, display network only. Same thing, devices, bid adjustments, ad rotations, budgets. So all these are going to be the same, but it's just a little different, display network only. The ad group screen is going to look exactly the same, but when you come into keywords and targeting and ads, it's definitely different. So you have all these different options for keywords and for targeting. So if we come into keywords for interests, we're not targeting any interests right now. But if we come down and you come to audiences here, so you can see we're targeting cooking enthusiasts and foodies. So both just food interests that we're targeting. If we come over to our keywords ad group, you can see we're targeting keywords. And again, these display keywords are different. They're contextually based, so we're targeting. It's all going to be broad match. on the display channel. Even if they let you change it, it's still a broad match keyword on the display network. So it's definitely different for targeting. You can add negative keywords in here. We obviously have our location set to United States, and then you have some different things with genders. You can adjust genders or negative genders or ages, however you want to do that. We come into food placements. So for placements, it means basically websites. So if we're doing our food thing, we have a couple of these different websites here that are all somewhat related to cooking at least. You can target mobile apps here. So if you click Add Mobile App, you could target them that way. I prefer to use the Google Display Planner to do that. You could target YouTube videos, YouTube channels. You could also target topics. There's dynamic ad targets, so basically remarketing type audiences. If you're using audiences in here, you have a lot of different options. So if you do ad group audience, there's affinity, in market, app categories, mobile devices, a lot of different options here. You could do your remarketing list, things like that. You have ages. So let's just say I want to only target 18 to 24. You would keep that there, and you can go ages negative. Let's do a campaign negative age. So anybody who's 45 to 54, we're not going to target now. So that's kind of how you would adjust some of these things down here. And now with ads. So let's come into ads. So if you go in image ads, you can see some of these different options here. So we have just some fake ads that we've created here, and all you do is you just come up to add image ad or make multiple changes, and you can just upload your ads right to it. So if I go over it, this is just kind of a fake ad I created. So it's just fresh meals delivered, learn more. We don't actually offer this service. You would have a display URL, and then you have your final URL, surfsideppc.com/meal delivery. So some different options with ads. There's also, you can put expanded text ads on the display network as well. You could do regular text ads, so these are going to be more dynamic. And then there's a lot of different options here, as you can see. So Gmail ads, call only ads, display ads. We have a responsive ad here as well, so I want to show you that. So with a responsive ad, what it does is they make you upload a logo, a square image, an image, and then you have some text here. So basically what's going to happen is you upload all these images, and then they're just going to keep resizing your ad so it works on the display network regardless of where your ad is showing. So tune in, we're going to have a display network tutorial going, but just kind of show you how some of these things. So last thing we're going to show here, it's a little bit different. We're not going to go over Google Shopping campaigns and things like that. That's definitely a little bit more advanced here. Again, we have a couple, let me come back up to campaigns. So if things ever look like that, the main thing you want to do is come back up here to your account and then click campaigns. It'll be always a little bit cleaner. So these are all of our campaigns here. The other thing I want to show you just really quickly is just some video campaigns. So click on it down here to the left. So now we're opening this campaign here. We have a couple different ad groups. So with ads, so here's our TrueView video discovery ad. So it says #1 PPC management agency, video ID. So this is just going to be the ID on YouTube. If I click it, it's going to open up the video we're advertising. If you go to TrueView in-stream video ads, so you can do companion banners. Right now we have auto-generated images, but we have ads here and things like that. So just a little bit different. Definitely something you want to play around with in AdWords Editor. Again, if I went through every little detail in here, we'd be here for hours. So I want to break this up into two separate tutorials here. But just to show one more thing we can do. So let's just do get recent changes. You go to more data slower. So now we're pulling in all the changes that have been made from AdWords. Let's go OK. Okay, so we pulled in all of our changes again from AdWords, so now everything's updated perfectly. Another thing I want to show you here is click View Statistics, and you can click Get Statistics. So you could do it for all of your campaigns, and you can choose the dates, things like that. So if we do Get Statistics for all of our campaigns for the last 14 days, and we're just going to do Performance Statistics, and we're going to click OK. So now it's going to download statistics for your campaign, so you can actually optimize your campaigns right within AdWords Editor. So I don't have a ton of statistics here, but if you keep going all the way over to the right, you can see, so I've ran this campaign a little bit. 1980 impressions, average position 1.00. I only spent $1, so just a little, but you can see there's some data here, and that you can, if you have campaigns where you have a lot of data, you can pull in the statistics and start making changes based on what you're seeing. Ultimately, you want to pull in your conversion data and do that. So This is our beginner's tutorial for Google AdWords Editor. We just kind of wanted to show you what AdWords Editor is, how to go download it, how to pull in your, some of the different things from Google AdWords, how to make changes and post them, and then some of the different, you really need to work down here to the left a lot, so you just need to get used to working with it. So it takes a little while. Sometimes if you're watching me do it, it might look a little messy, but once you start getting used to it, it's a lot easier. You kind of manage what campaign you want up here, so you click it up here, and then you just go down here, click on the ad groups for that campaign, keywords and targeting, whatever it is. So if I come over to food delivery, if you see right here, food delivery is in bold and this one's not, what that means is that there's changes here that I haven't posted yet. So once I click post changes, it's going to say I have ages and negative ages, the same thing I showed you before on the food delivery, and once I click post, that bold will go away. If you change it back, the bold will go away. So a lot of different things you can do with AdWords Editor. I just really wanted to give you a quick overview. We're going to have a follow-up video with some more advanced features within AdWords Editor and some things you can learn about, changes you can make, and things like that. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments section. We appreciate all the support. And make sure you subscribe to our channel, share our videos. Hopefully you learned something today about AdWords Editor. Main thing is you really have to get in here and play around. Just download the software. You can easily make changes and never post them. You could easily pull changes from AdWords and kind of mess around in here and play with ads and things like that. But in terms of making bulk changes, there's really not much you can do that's better. So even if you come to your entire account, you come in here to keywords, I could say, you know what, all these keywords right here are exact match. I'm just going to select all of them and change them. Let's change them to phrase match here. So you could just change them all. You might get some errors when you do these types of things. So right now I have all these as broad match keywords. I don't want broad match keywords, so let's come over here and change them to exact match keywords. Some of these keywords here, let's come over here. Maybe I want to change the bid. Right now I have $1 bid for all these, so let's come over and let's do $1.50. So you can make a ton of bulk changes. If you come in here, let's see. So I have two ads. So let's say I have surfsideppc.com/contact. If I come in here, maybe I just want to change my final URL for both ads. So I don't know, Google AdWords. So you can just change your URL. If you want to come in and change your headline, it's going to say varies because there are two different headlines here. Maybe I just want to go Surfside PPC management. So you can make bulk changes really easily. I've changed thousands of things at once. I've paused thousands of things at once. I come in here with seasonal campaigns. So a lot of different things you can do here. And the more you kind of work around in here, the more comfortable you're going to get. So it's definitely something that's worthwhile. One more thing I like to want to show you real quick is replace text here. So you can see I have Surfside PPC management. If you do replace text, all right, here's what I was doing before. So you can do, let's say I had 100 ads and I want to change Surfside PPC management to Surfside pay. This might be too long, but what you can do is just click replace. So I changed two entries. I made it a little bit too long now, so it's giving me errors. But you can see I changed both of these really quickly. So just some things you can do here. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comment section, and appreciate all the support.